Hey everybody, welcome back to the garden. We're actually going to do this vlog style. I want to go out to the store and pick up some things for my ginkgo trees, at least for October. But before we do that, just get a look at what's going on out here. It's pretty beautiful. It's a nice sunny day. We did rain for I want to say a few days here and there. And everything is looking pretty gosh darn hydrated for right now. Guys, I do want to mention, again, we really do want that border. I want to put in a brick border here to kind of finish up this slope area, because planting a slope is kind of difficult, but I want the soil to hold in the area. Maybe the roots will help do that as well, but until then, this is how it's going to be looking. And if you haven't seen one of the previous videos, we are removing that pond. I'm just in the works of making the new pond, and then I'm gonna remove the liner the rest of the way. We did lower down the water level. Also, we put in this grassy pathway. So if you haven't seen this, it only took some days for the grass to actually grow up, and it's looking pretty gosh darn nice. I also love that it's a tear up from where we're standing now. And then this section that we're in right now is going to be all, I want to say, flagstone. So you can see the flagstone up here that we started laying out. And then a step further down, we see some more flagstone, which, if you didn't notice, is covered with ginkgo leaves. And it just so happens to be the ginkgo tree that's located up there. That ginkgo tree is going to look amazing. It's kind of starting to glow, and it's not even in its best form right now. Just look at these leaves. They're so pretty. Don't want to knock any more off. But anyhow, let's get going. We do need to get that garden lime so we can have our ginkgos prepared for October. So I'm here at one of the nurseries, and I did pick up some of the lime. Here's what the lime looks like. We got like 2 of them because, you know, why not? Save me on a trip. But because we love stopping by the Japanese maple section, we're gonna look at that. Which, oh my, look over here. Look at that, they're so pretty. I love Osakazuki. Look at the red. My goodness. This is, I believe, an Akame Osakazuki. We have one here in the garden too, or in my garden. There's a Vitofolium back here. The Japanese maple, or grape leaf Japanese maple, going into its fall color. Then they have a Koto no Ito. Super pretty. Usually mine gets a orange color for fall. This one's got like splotches of red everywhere. 100% sure this is a Bikawa Yatsubusa. Don't even have to look at the tag, it's obviously that. And then they have a origami here. Relatively slow grower, compact grower. Origami, Japanese maple. I'm gonna guess that's a fire glow. Yep, fire glow Japanese maple tree. I think that's an autumn moon, maybe? No, golden full moon. Oh, I was pretty close. I mean, golden full moon, I think that's the same thing. Close to the same thing. This is situated in full sun, but I'm pretty sure they water it quite often. There's another full moon over there as well. But let's stroll by a couple of my favorite Japanese maple trees. I love driving all the way down here just to see the Japanese maple trees. I'm gonna revisit just to see them in fall color. All right, so this is a Oshiobini. I have one of these in my garden, but this is what you can look forward to once it matures. I think this is possibly 20, maybe 25 foot tall. And the year it was planted was 1990. It's been around for quite some time. It's just I think they just manage it, keep it well pruned and well shaped, and well nurtured. And one thing I really love about this is that they have like the roots the root flare super exposed. I love that. Like that's what I try to get with my Japanese maple trees as well. In some years, I'm not sure if it's early spring or if it's fall, but some years this thing glows like a bright orange color. I need to start paying attention more because even mine does it. I just can never tell when it does it. Here's two more Japanese maple trees. We see, I think this might be a lion's head. It says Shishigashora, planted 1990. It was about 15 years old when they put this post up, but it's older now. It was the size 15 foot tall by 10 foot wide. And my, oh my, this tree is pretty. Like, look at the leaves. So cute. It has like little dainty seed heads as well, or seeds. And right across from it is a Shinda Shoujo. By the way, I know it says at 15 years old. Again, these tags were made when it was 15 years old, but they've been around since 1990, and it shows the height of which they were at 1990. This one was 10 foot tall, so obviously a relatively slow grower, being 15 years old at the time. But it's been about 30 years now, and this thing looks like it's at least 20 foot tall. And this thing is vibrant pink in the springtime. Then the colors are like orangey reds in the fall time. I remember seeing this one. I'm pretty sure that's a vine maple up there. There's no tag for this one, but I think the other one's a bloodgood that goes past a bit. And that looks at least maybe 25 foot tall, at least. Yeah, like 1995, 15 years old, was 20 foot tall at the time and 15 foot wide. And now it's at least 25 foot tall. Look at that thing. And they have it underplanted with, I think these are evergreen, because I see these, I think I came here during wintertime and saw them on the ground. But anyhow, I need to leave before I want to buy something else. Ooh. Another Japanese maple tree, but it's unlabeled. Probably been there for quite some time. So we just returned with the lime, and if you were wondering where we were at the Portland Ave nursery here in Washington. I do plan on visiting the Sky nursery coming soon, as well as the Watson nursery and Celestial Maples before fall is over. Anyhow, we have our Dolomite lime. We got 2 boxes. What this does is it raises the soil pH, but why would we want to use this? Well, ginkgos absolutely prefer alkaline soils. So if we raise this pH and make the soil more alkaline, the ginkgo trees will be able to take up more nutrients as well as water more efficiently. I will say that Dolomite or lime is actually best used with fertilizer when it comes to your ginkgos, but you can also use it without it. It just will help the soil be prepped and ready for the ginkgo, because as of right now we are done fertilizing for the year. So if we try and push some new growth, what will happen is that growth might get damaged from the cold or the fall weather, the winter weather. It doesn't have enough time to harden off. And if you're wondering if this is a fertilizer, this is not a fertilizer. All this is a pH conditioner. So all we're doing is raising the pH. We're not fertilizing, we're just changing the pH of the soil. So this is good to use. Usually I try and use it from like maybe once in March, once in June, once in either October or September, and then we call it good until next year. And then we fertilize the ginkgos about twice a year. So usually once in March, and then once sometime in early May, and then we cut off the fertilization. And that's for every tree. So if you don't know what raising and lowering pH is, when you raise the pH, what you are doing is making the soil more alkaline. When you lower the pH, you're making it more acidic. In between would probably be like just neutral soil type, but many of the plants, they tend to lean towards one or the other, more alkaline, more acidic. Sometimes they like a neutral soil. It just depends on your plant, so you might want to do some research. By the way, many of the larger growing ginkgos are known for growing relatively slowly, and that's probably because it's not getting what it needs, such as all the nutrients. They might be locked up because the soil is too acidic. But also, you may find that your ginkgo struggles with heat or moisture retention due to not being able to take up enough moisture in the soil, but lime will also help with that if the soil is alkaline enough. So hopefully that gives you an idea why you should add lime to your ginkgos. Since many of you guys love Japanese maple trees, here at least visiting my channel, Japanese maple trees do prefer a slightly acidic soil. So if you add in a bit of soil acidifier or just use a fertilizer that leans more towards the acidic side, it will help the Japanese maples take up some nutrients as well as water. When it comes to adding the product itself, just be sure to follow the instructions on the back of whatever you're using, whether it's the fertilizer, the lime, or soil acidifier. Generally too, you just want to add it around the surface, the ground, not actually on the plant itself. Just put it on the soil surrounding the plant, or even the outer edge of whatever tree or shrub you are trying to either feed or add amendments to. And if you don't know what the outer edge is of a plant, just follow where the new growth stops. It's going to be somewhere around there, because usually the roots are doing the feeding around wherever the plant kind of stops growing. But that can also differ for new plants. So if you just put a plant in ground, the root ball's probably not as large, but eventually it will spread out and find that food. There are also other nuances, like trees that stay more narrow. Obviously the root system is probably going to be further out, or maybe you've pruned a tree to be very compact, or maybe it's just a compact plant in general. Sometimes the roots go further than the actual outer edge of that plant. So keep in mind all of those things and use your best discretion. Until next time, guys, see ya.